So now let's see how you can get list of your item into your web page. Okay, so whenever you get list, okay, it can be either ordered or unordered list. Now let's get the content of what does it mean to be ordered and unordered. Now first, ordered list. Okay, so ordered list, it can be either like 1, 2, 3, 4. It can be either A, B, C, D, small letter. It can be in capital order, capital alphabetic order, A, B, C, D. Okay, like this, or it can be in Roman numbers. So this is ordered list. That means you are ordering item in sequence, in some of numeric sequence, or it can be in alphabetic sequence. Okay. Now there is another kind of list is also there, unordered list. That means there is not any kind of sequence over there, but you are just bulleting it. Okay, like this. It is a disk representation. After that, this is circle. Okay. Now, so let's first understand how to create ordered list. Now, to create ordered list, as you all know, if you want to create paragraph, there is a P tag. If you want to create image, then there is img tag for image. If you want to create heading, there is h1, h2 up to h6 tag. So to create ordered list, there is ol tag. Okay, ol tag. Now this is used in pad. That means if you opened it, then you must close it also. Okay. Now these things, it will just specify that you are going to create list. Okay. Now till now you have not mentioned what type of list. You have just defined that you are going to create list. Now to insert item into your list, there is tag that is list. Li for list tag. Whatever item you want to add into your list, it is included within this li tag. That means opening li tag and closing li tag. Now you have seen some nested listing. Okay, that means there is list in another in parent list. Okay, and list inside list inside list, likewise. Now over here I have not mentioned any type. That means what kind of list I want to create. Type, that means alphabetic or a numeric sequence. Okay. Now as I have not mentioned any type, it will get default value. Okay. So default value is type is equals to 1. Type is equals to 1. It is default value. That means list will be created like 1 item 1, 2 item 2, like this. Okay. Now I'm going to create one nested list. Now over here you can see that I want to create another list. That's why I have used second ol tag. Okay, this one is parent. Okay, inside this I have used another ol tag to include another list in super list. Okay, now I have mentioned type is equals to capital I. Okay, so this is a Roman number. That means it will get a sequential sequence of a list item. Okay, so now to insert item into this sublist, I have used li tag. Okay, now after that I have used another ol tag to create sublist. Okay, and now over here type is equals to this. That means it will get this kind of numeric sequence. Now what is output? Output is like this. Okay, you can see that this one is 1 and 2. Why? This one is our first list. That means this one ol. Okay, ordered list. It is getting value like 1, 2. Okay, why this kind of type it has? Because I have not mentioned any type, so it get default value. Now in this list there is another list. Okay, so this one is sublist. In sublist I have mentioned type is equals to like this, so that's why it's getting sequence like this. And now in this sublist I have included another sublist. Okay, like this. Now let's see unordered list. Unordered list, it is also used in pair, so unordered list. So therefore tag name is UL, unordered list, used in pair. Now just like previous one, if you want to add item into your list, use li tag in pair. Okay, whatever the item name is, it is included within li tag. Now if you are not going to mention any type over here, then it will get its default type. Okay, and over here in unordered list, default value of type is disk. Okay, now after that I have created another sublist. Okay, now this is unordered kind of list, and I have mentioned type is equals to circle. That means it will be a circle list, 3 circle 4. Okay, like this. Now I have created another sublist and type is square. Now let's see output of this one. Okay, you can see that this one is getting default value, that is disk. Now after in this sublist type is equals to circle, that's why it is circle over there, and this one is type is equals to square, that's why it is square. Okay, like this. So this is ordered list and unordered list. Let me show you in text editor. First of all, just mention doc type HTML. Okay, it just let you know your browser that you are using HTML5. Your root, HTML. Now inside this head, closing head, this both should be intended like this because we are creating nesting of element. Okay, inside this title, now example, no, only list. Okay, this is title of my web page. Okay, our head section completed. After that, body, now in body section, don't forget to put /. In body section, I am going to create list. Okay, so first of all, let me give you heading of H5. So example of, first of all we will see ordered document, ordered list. After that, now I want to create ordered list, so tag is OL. Okay, OL. So this is tag OL. It is used in pair, so I have to close it. Now inside OL, I have just declared I want to create ordered list. Now to add item, I have to use li tag. Okay, and li tag is also used in pair, so just close it. Now let's say item 1. Now I am just going to copy this and paste just for reason of time. We are lacking of time. Okay, so this is it. We have created our first ordered list. Now let's just see how it looks. Okay, example of ordered list. 1, 2 and 3. Now you can see that this is a sequence number, okay, and I have not mentioned any type over here. So let me just give you type. Type is equals to capital A, okay. So Control S and just refresh this page. Okay, you can see that our listing indexing of this item is changed. It is getting A, B, C like this. Okay, so this is ordered list. Now if you want to create nesting, okay, that means list under list inside the list. So you are going to use another OL. Okay, now I am going to use unordered list. Okay, unordered list. I am creating nesting of list, but parent is ordered, and inside parent I want to create unordered list. Okay, so to unordered list I have to create UL. Okay, UL. Inside UL is also paired. Now inside UL I want to add item. Okay, let me just copy this, paste item 1, 2, 3. Okay, save, refresh this page. Okay, you can see that we have created another list. Okay, this is example of ordered list, and this is okay. Let me just show you. Can I use H1 tag, H5 tag over here? I have not done like this before. I am just okay, got it. Example of what I wanted to say is I have never used heading tag in between li and ul. Okay, I have just recently used and it worked well. Example of ordered list, example of okay, unordered list. Example of unordered list. Okay, now over here I have not mentioned any type, so that's why it is getting its by default value. It's getting its by default value. Okay, so let me change it. Type is equals to square. Okay, Control S and like this. Okay, so this is about how to create list. Now next topic is anchor tag. Okay, hyperlinks. Now why we use hyperlink? It is generally in web page, that is the scenario. If you click some page, if that means if you want to switch from one page to another, okay, then you just click on some blue line. Okay, so this is your hyperlink. Whenever you click on that hyperlink, you will switch from one page to another. Okay, now we can specify a link to an URL in 3 minutes. That is absolute URL, that other is relative, and third one is a section within a URL. Now if I mention clearly, it means I have just mentioned clear path where I want to go. Okay, I have just mentioned a clear path. If it is in different domain, I have to include a full path of that particular domain. Okay, so this is absolute URL. Now after that, relative, that means okay, you can see that whenever you access web page, that web page is stored somewhere on server. Okay, so whatever you are going to access its path is relative to somewhere on the server. Okay, so whenever you want to access that particular resource in relative to some other resource over server, then you can use this relative URL. For example, I want to switch to index.php page. Okay, but it is related to something. That means we are going, I will show you how to use it. Okay, don't worry about it. Now, after that, this is a section within a URL. That means a.href, and over here it is a reference section. Okay, you can also use your anchor tag like this. Now let me just show you example. Okay, so this is all about unordered list. Okay, now after that, you can see that I am I am putting blank line over here, so don't worry about it. I have just do it for readability purpose. Okay, it will not gonna show you in your web browser. Now H5, and using a, that is hyperlink tag. Now inside this I am going to use a anchor tag. href is equals to, that is something, and it is closed. Now inside this click here. Okay, now see this. Okay, we are getting our heading using hyperlink tag. Okay, and over here you can see that this is like this. Whenever you hover your mouse, you can see that there is a cursor switch to shape of like this. Okay, so whenever you click here, you will get a resource what you mentioned path over there. Okay, so suppose I am just using http www.google.com. okay, so this is, okay, let me just click it. Okay, you can see that I switched to www.google.com. okay, and whenever I click over here, so this is absolute. Okay, now if I want to switch to, if I have other pages over there. Okay, I want to go to home page. Click here to go home page. Then home page is on our server side. Okay, so I just have to change its path. For example, it is in different folder. Okay, so I have to first jump to that folder. After that, there is another folder like PHP, and in this PHP page I have one index.php. so this is our file. So this is how you link relative hyperlink. Okay, so this is example of it. In my laptop there is not any index.php file, that's why I am not going to show you. Okay, if I click on it, what will happen? Your file was not found because it is not there. Okay, so this is all about anchor tag. Now after image, so image, it is like whenever you want image. Okay, so now to include image in your web page, there is another tag for image, that is img, image tag. Now for image, there is two attributes that is required for image. First one is source and another is alt. It will specify the text to display if image not found. Now there is another attribute that is called float. Now for float is an attribute, or I can say property of a style, which will define position of where your image will be float. That means where your image will be float set on your web page. Okay, and another property is height and width. Okay, it may be in unit of pixel or in terms of percentage. For example, pixel in like this and in percentage like this. Okay, so let me show you. Now after that, I am creating one break. Okay, two break. That means two break line, and after that I am using H4 and heading is example of img image tag. Okay, now I want to make it bold, so just like this. Okay, save. Okay, over here. Okay, you can see that example of image tag. Okay, but it is already heading tag, so that's why it will not affected. B image. Okay, let me make it. Let me make it important. So S3 strong. Okay, save. Okay, if it is simple paragraph tag, then it will be affected. It is necessary to understand this. Okay, you can see that now image is looking different. Okay, it is getting stronger now. Okay, let's back to the point. We were using image tag. Okay, so for image there is tag image, and it has two important attributes that is required to represent image. So first one is source, src for source. This attribute is used to provide path what you are going to show as an image. Okay, what you are going to put at image. And another one is alt. That means if in case image is not found over server, or if path is mismatched. Okay, so whatever text you mentioned over here, it will be get there. For example, I just not set path over here. Okay, and let me just Tom and Jerry. Okay, save. F5. Okay, you can see that Tom and Jerry, this is our image tag. Okay, so this text will be shown you over here. Now let me just select the path. Okay, now how to select path? Okay, for example, I am using this image. Okay, this image. See, copy that path and paste it over here, but don't forget to put image name and GPG. Okay, save. Just okay, you can get image over here. Okay, so this is now. Let me, for example, file not found. File name is different. Okay, you can see that Tom and Jerry. That means image is not loaded, but you can get the idea of what it is about image. That means it is related to Tom and Jerry. Okay. Now let me show you some other important attribute related to. Okay, I just forgot to close this image. Okay, like this. Remember that every tag is included in angular brackets. Okay, over here there is not closing image tag, but there is closing angular brackets for this image tag. Okay, so don't forget it. Now another attribute is height. So let me say height is 200 pixel. Okay, I have given it is in form of a pixel. Now width is in form of percentage. Okay, like 60%. Save it, and you can just, okay, first of all let me correct it. F5. Okay, you can see that height and width is changed. Okay, now if you want your image not over this side, okay, but on the right side, so how can I correct this? Now, to set float property of any tag, you have to use style attribute. Okay, style attribute. For example, if you want to apply any style inside the tag only, then you can use style attribute. Okay, and I want to use float property of style attribute. Over here, style is attribute. Okay, in this attribute we are going to set property and its value. Now, what is property? Property is float. Okay, so float, that means you are going to set its position. Floating is, let's say, right. Okay, so save it. Okay, you can see that the image is now it is on right side. Okay, you can set another property also, like border. Okay, border, it can be 2 pixel, solid, blue. Okay, save, F5. I'm not getting this. Why? Style float border. Okay, I just forgot to put semicolon over here. Now, this is important thing. Whenever you set many property in single style attribute, then you can set it like this. I have just set 2 property. Okay, first one is float and second one is border. Okay, so in style attribute, first property is float and its value is set as a right. Now, see that double quotation is included for all the properties. Okay, so this is your property and it is its value. It is its value. This one is second property and its value is 2 pixel, solid, blue. Now 2 pixel is, it represents width of your border. Okay, solid is a type of your border and blue is a color. For example, if I change it as a 5, okay, 5 pixels, then it's width. Okay, so it is reflected like this. So this is all about image tag. So in this session we have learned unordered list, how to use a hyperlink, a tag, anchor tag, and image tag. Okay, so this is how you can use image. If you want to customize your image, then there are many others features of HTML5 and CSS also. You can apply it on your practice. Okay, so bye bye.